Now, last week we learnt that the City of Port Phillip in Melbourne would be holding a morning of mourning on Australia Day. And today we learned that the council is also grandstanding on other issues that have nothing to do with local government. The councillors passed a Greens motion calling on the federal government to sign a UN treaty on the prohibition of nuclear weapons. Port Phillip Deputy Mayor Louise Crawford defended the move and said the recent Chernobyl TV series was a timely reminder of the effects of radiation. Oh, my God. Michael, they lost the plot.
Yeah.
Rates, rubbish, roads. That's what local government's about. If you want to grandstand about these national, international issues, then run for federal parliament.
Indeed. Well, thank goodness the Liberal councillor, Councillor Marcus Pearl, voted against it. And good on him for so doing, by the way. Now, look, this has been a problem with councils in Victoria. They see their role. A lot of these left councillors are well beyond being local councillors. They sort of consider they're part of this sort of international UN movement. I mean, they're beyond collecting. You demean them to say their job is to organise rubbish, rates, permits, etc. They're beyond that. So they talk about the UN and nuclear disarmament. For goodness sake, we have a major recycling crisis in Victoria at the minute across the whole of the state. They should concentrate on that, Rita, for goodness sake. Well,
there was a suggestion of having, I think, 6 or 8 separate bins.
Yeah.
That was going to work out a treat. James, are you having this sort of thing also in other parts of the country? We've obviously had a lot of grandstanding about Australia Day from local councils, but also them making pronouncements about nuclear energy or nuclear weapons, all sorts of other national and international issues.
Oh, sometimes I think there's something in the water down in Victoria with your councils and your councillors. They're all these little independent republics, aren't they? They sort of, they should be focusing on, roads, rates and rubbish. I'm sure President Putin's quaking in his boots because, a bunch of jobs worths there's some council in Melbourne that he's never heard of have passed a motion that they're against nuclear weapons. I mean, whoopee-doo-dah. Look, these people, look. 2/3 of my state is in drought. I've got councils here in Queensland who are doing a brilliant job in very tough circumstances. And, these oxygen thieves on that council down there, with one honourable exception that Michael mentioned, are passing these motions. These people have too much spare time on their hands. Like, look, why don't they get out and paint some rocks white or something like that rather than pass these stupid motions? I feel sorry for the ratepayers in that council, I really do.
Oh, well, I'm a ratepayer in that particular council and you're right to feel sorry for me, long suffering.